What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? It's Monday. It's time to talk about what's going on in the Terra Luna Classic ecosystem. Make sure you hit that like button on the way in. We got a little bit today, not a whole lot to cover. Let's get into it as quickly as we possibly can so that you can go back to whatever it was that you were doing before you met this handsome face. Woohoo. All right, guys. TerraCasino.io for all your risk-based gaming needs. You know, the Chicago Bears lost this weekend. I got to think the entire NFL must have cheated, but the University of Louisville Cardinals, they won. And if you put some money on that, you probably won pretty big. Boston College, despite being a low-win team, was actually a very tough out, according to many different sources. So hope you made a bunch of money this weekend. Make sure you use your username during my live streams in order to win $50. Terraport.finance for all of your meme coin and utility coins. There's a bunch of them out there in this ecosystem. If you're not trading them right now, what are you doing? You get it. Terraport still number one with a bullet. Garuda DeFi number two right now. But we're going to talk about WISO. WISO DeFi. That's the one that I think that we need to pick up. Let's talk about WISO World real quick. There is a disclaimer here when you first go in, but in the event that you are looking for an alternative platform to trade on, then you've got WISO World as well. That's wisoworld.io. There is a swap, and in the future, we're going to be talking about a mining hardware system that that you could use in order to earn and secure the WISO network. And I think that's going to be incredibly important at some point going into the future. Also, you can create, you can sell and collect digital items in the WISO marketplace. So in the event that you have not checked this out, go to wisoworld.io. By the way, when I point this out, let me also point out that WISO is over $100,000 in liquidity, despite having a low volume, which means that they've done a bang-up job so far of making sure that you have everything that you need in order to do effective trading. So, what are you waiting for? Go check out WISO World today. Not a huge amount of movement in meme coins or utility coins anywhere right now, but we had a little spike from a few of them. Lenny Lunk up 300%. I don't know that that's a lot of movement, by the way. I think when you look at it, I don't really see it on the charts, but it's tracking it that way. So, I mean, you know, something must be going on. LCW also, and food as well. On the 7-day, we've got a little bit of movement. Lunk Alive picking up a good amount of delegation. Greenpeace picking up some delegation. Orion picking up some good delegation. I'll give you guys, and I'll inform you guys as soon as I have the update on creating a new validator here. I think some of the validators might be disappearing, so there might be an opportunity right there. So we're going to launch a validator as soon as we can. Fund IBC relaying activity is now up for a vote. We've got 58% abstain, but we've got Garuda and Galactic Shift who've already voted yes. We've got Lunk Goblins already abstaining. Lunk Goblins probably the creator, I would want to say. So fund IBC relaying activity. This is proposal can be reviewed at this corresponding space. It was a tough decision. I argued with myself for the past couple of months whether I should do it or not. Wrote down a dozen proposals just to discard them. Already threw several thousands of dollars into a black hole and kind of thought my validator was going to fund it, but instead of gaining in delegations, I see false prophets who never did anything for Lunk pass it, going to top 10 at light speed. This financial nightmare has to stop, not only because my wife is starting to go after me. This proposal requests funding from the community pool to cover the operation of the IBC relayer connecting Terra Classic with Osmosis, Noble, and Axelar for a period of 6 months. So what he's looking for is 1,666 pounds per month in order to pay for the IBC relay for the Osmosis, Noble, and Axelar systems. So Lunk Goblins currently funds relayers to connect Terra Classic to Node, Osmosis, and Axelar. Operating and maintaining these relayers comes with significant recurring costs, server structure, feed service, manual maintenance, and relaxing transaction fees. These costs cannot be covered through the validator services. Lunk Goblin also tried a public funding campaign on X without success. So if we're going to do this and we're going to have this IBC, which is necessary, by the way, then they're going to need a little bit of funding here in order to make that happen. Total for 6 months going to be roughly 10,000 pounds. So 10,000 in Lunk equivalent at the time of disbursement. So vote on this. Look, I think the answer to this, if we're going to build, if we're a serious group, if we're serious, then we need to have IBCs out here in order to allow bridging to these different locations. And if we don't, then, I mean, guys, we're either a serious blockchain or we are not a serious blockchain. So, and I'm not saying that this is the only thing. We've already missed on quite a bit. So I'm going to be interested to see how this voting goes. Remember, this is about building in this ecosystem and building in this network. And we're going to find out who is a builder and who is just playing games and trying to grift you for your money because they get paid in lunk every single month as a validator. And then they dunk on you and sell off on you. And they might be telling you, oh no, that's not true. Guys, I got the chart. I got the receipts. So we need to become a serious blockchain doing serious shit. And if we don't, we're going to fall behind. Now, trade volume, about 10 million. Again, just getting down into that, don't like this zone, but that's where we are. And about 2.8 million in USTC, which had dumped down by even more to about 2 million over the weekend. So not a great look. Also, we got Leonardo doing some updates over here, talking about and continuing to talk about this ceramic proposal for this sort of, not necessarily a repeg, but it's a repeg opportunity with clay to USTR to UST1. So there's still some talk here about this. With ceramic, half the battle is when people say it cannot be done and he says it can, shows them how it can be done. They still say it cannot be done, so he does it. And by the way, he's doing it right now. So considering clay launched here, and this is where it's getting really important, guys. While you guys have been dumping on the ceramic proposal, or it was ignored completely, okay? Clay launched March 1st at 0.001, and it's currently $1.10. I mean, let that sink in for just a moment. There's your 100x. I mean, that's 1000x actually, right? 1000x. So had you been part of this clay process, you'd be up 1000x right now. While at the same time, you've got validators trying to get rid of USTD and anything that builds on this chain. These guys are out here making 1000x, and your price is down 70% since March 1st. Let that sink in just for a moment. Let that sink in. That's what a bang up job your validators have been doing so far. Also, a nice little refresh here. I haven't seen Happy Caddy Crypto. Don't watch his channel or anything like that, so I have no idea what's going on, what he's doing. Hope we're wishing him well. He might still be in a hospital with no internet, so maybe somebody else is working on this for right now. I have no idea what's going on. I did download the mobile app. I don't have a problem with it. I haven't really done a review on it, but yeah, really I just basically imported my own seed phrase into it, and it works perfectly well. I don't have a problem with it at all, but I don't have an in-depth for you or anything like that. But here's the data and the dashboard that you need in order to make sure. And this is a nice clean layout, a nice little proposal change here. The yellow, a little bit, in my opinion, yellow is a little bit distracting, but those are our colors. I struggle with it. You can see the frame right here. I struggle trying to put blue and yellow into it. And I always end up going with purple and blue because it just doesn't feel exactly right. You know, but you can see that you like it. You like it. Burns down to 218 million, and that's because there's nothing really being burned over the last bunch of days. All of the movement, everything has been done, and that leads us to the final piece, which is we are 5 days away from Binance doing another burn. Volume picked up a little bit this month, so I think that we're going to see something close to 500 million being burned, but that's not going to be very much. That's not a great number. That's not a great sign, but I mean, it is what it is. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.